Hi, my name's April Connolly, and I'm the Chief Operating Officer for Father Bill's in Mainspring. Thank you for joining us for this virtual celebration as we open the Envision Bank Home for Veterans in Randolph. This morning, Father Bill's in Mainspring and Envision Bank hosted a very small ceremony outside of our new home for 10 formerly homeless veterans on Moulton Street in Randolph. We hope you were able to watch it live. But if not, the video is posted on our Facebook page, so please check it out if you have time. Unfortunately, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we weren't able to hold the traditional in-person event that we would normally on a typical year. But hopefully at some point down the road, when the crisis is over, we'll be able to come together and celebrate this very important project in our typical fashion. During today's virtual event, you're going to learn more about this unique development that came to be. You'll hear from several project supporters, and then at the end, you'll meet two of our tenants and watch as they move into their new apartments. First, I'd like to introduce a very special guest, Governor Charlie Baker. The Baker-Polito administration not only helped fund the Envision Bank Home for Veterans, but they've also supported several of our other permanent supported housing projects. We're grateful for their leadership and honored to have the governor join us today.
Hey everybody, Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker here. You know, I remember being at the physical event when we broke ground on this project just about a year ago, and I'm sure many of the folks who were there are participating today in this virtual celebration. I want to start first of all by saying how much we appreciate all the work that so many put in to make this happen on behalf of veterans here in the Commonwealth of Mass. And there's nothing like a move-in day to truly understand and appreciate the significance of what's been accomplished. And personally, I want to thank Foundation Board Chair Lou Tribbiano, my good friend, for his leadership on this. I want to thank the folks at Envision Bank for the lead role you played, and I want to thank the folks at Father Bill's and at Mainspring for all you brought to this as well. This is a great example of many people coming together on behalf of a big idea and pulling it off and making it happen. And the fact that it was only a year ago the ground was broken on this project speaks to the fact that you were determined to get it done and managed to find a way to continue to move forward despite 10 months of a pandemic in the middle. And I think in many respects, that kind of commitment, that kind of follow through, that kind of creativity and imagination, it's exactly the same thing that so many of the veterans who will have an opportunity to sleep in a warm bed will benefit from, would understand. Because in many respects, everybody knows in the military, it's just get it done. And all of you, you just got it done. And on behalf of the Commonwealth and on behalf of the veterans of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I just want to say thank you for getting it done.
Thank you, Governor Baker. We certainly appreciate all you're doing during this crisis to help our Commonwealth get through these challenging times. And next, we're going to share with you a video produced from the talented team at the Marshfield Community Television. This is going to give you some history on the project and how it will impact our community. Enjoy.
Envision Bank Home for Veterans will be housing 10 formerly homeless veterans who have been chronically homeless in our community of Randolph. There's a language, there's an understanding that occurs between two veterans and between two military personnel. In a lot of cases, veterans will have to go to a veteran administration or go somewhere else to be able to get that camaraderie and to get that support and get that understanding. But to be able to have that in your own home, to be able to go through a moment and look up and know someone understands that one thing about you that others don't is beyond anything else that we could possibly offer.
The seeds for Envision Bank Home for Veterans were planted by the former president of the bank, Jim McDonough. Jim McDonough was at the helm when the foundation was formed. We worked together to designate veterans as the recipients of the foundation's contributions, donations. And one day Jim said, I've got a great idea. We've got this land, we're supporting veterans. Let's build a house. for veterans. When we went looking for a partner to help us bring this project to fruition, it was really no contest. Father Bill's has such a great reputation. We sought them out. They're passionate and they're professional. And that combination makes them a very effective, and they've done this before in other communities. So they were the ideal partner.
When you look at, their overall goal of building self-sufficiency, especially in this case with veterans and helping them get that self-sufficiency on their own, we think that's critical, and it's a perfect alignment with the type of organizations we want to work with and help.
This is unprecedented for us. We have over 550 units of housing for homeless families and individuals, but to have a bank come to us, not just willing to be a lender about the project, but to be a partner in it, and the idea that they came and said, we would like to donate land for $1 for you to develop it. The idea that their foundation that they were kicking up committed over about $500,000 was tremendous. The groundbreaking ceremony was wonderful. We had over 200 people in attendance, with the governor. And we were really thankful that his administration and the Department of Housing and Community Development committed over $1 million to the project.
So we're obviously operating in a very difficult time with the pandemic, where social distancing is a key criteria to success in overcoming the challenges of the virus. And, I think that in this case, this is a real perfect time to be opening the Envision House for veterans, because it allows them to have space in a community that they're comfortable with, while also not being overrun, and being in close proximity, which a lot of shelters and temporary housing organizations are dealing with.
They will have access to a full-time case manager, a support staff, as well as the supervision of Father Bill's in Mainspring to help them through those moments that become important once a person moves from homelessness to their housing. We will have an on-site community room that will allow them to have access to internet, so that they can do job searches and do resume building, and also have the community support of other veterans in that room.
For us, it's about being a good neighbor, being a community partner, and all the things that we can do when we do things together. And this is a great private, public, kind of contribution to that I think is going to have an ongoing impact to our communities, and certainly the veterans who get to stay there.
Next up, I'd like to introduce Senator Walter Timilty, whose district includes the town of Randolph. Senator Timilty joined us for an open house at our new home last week, and we were honored when he presented our agency with a special Senate citation recognizing our commitment to this project. Take it away, Senator Timilty.
Thank you so very much, April. And April, thank you for the wonderful work that you do for our entire region, for people in need, citizens amongst us. Thank you so much. Your work and that of the entire team at Father Bill's in Mainspring, led by our wonderful leader, John Yezwinski, is to be applauded as we celebrate the opening today of the Envision Bank Home for Veterans. With that, this Residence of Heroes is aptly named, for Jim McDonough and Bill Parent and their great team at Envision Bank have made a wonderful commitment long ago to supporting all of our veterans in this region. That commitment today is manifested in this wonderful home. I recently toured the home and observed firsthand the spacious efficiency apartments, the community space, and the office space for caseworkers. This home is an amazing model showing how a community pulls together to help others in need. As the Senate Chair of the Joint Committee on Veterans and Federal Affairs, I, along with my colleagues in the state legislature, are committed to ensuring that funding for programs and services are available for our heroic veterans. Moreover, your mission at Father Bill's in Mainspring of preventing homelessness while simultaneously providing the critical support that is needed for at-risk families, individuals, and veterans is so very important within all of our communities. With that, I am very proud and thankful for the unique public-private partnership amongst Envision Bank, Father Bill's in Mainspring, the great town of Randolph and its citizens, and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts for coming together for the Randolph community. Because of this collaboration, 10 of our heroic veterans will now enjoy the home and the outstanding support services that they so richly deserve. So, on this day before Veterans Day, thank you to all our heroic veterans. Thank you to Father Bill's in Mainspring for making this happen. And thank you to Envision Bank, Jim McDonough and Bill Parent, for the great work that you have done for all of our veterans and your wonderful collaboration with Father Bill's in Mainspring in the town of Randolph. This is no surprise that this has occurred in the town of Randolph. Randolph has always put our veterans first. So thank you, God bless, and congratulations.
Thank you, Senator Tumulty. Next, we're going to hear from Jeanette Travellini, Executive Director of the Randolph Chamber of Commerce. Jeanette and the Chamber have really led the way in helping welcome these formerly homeless veterans to the town of Randolph. I'll let Jeanette tell you more about their great work. Over to you, Jeanette.
My name is Jeanette Travellini, and I'm proud to say I'm the Executive Director of the Randolph Chamber of Commerce. As you know, Chambers of Commerce support businesses, and that's what we do, especially our small businesses. And during COVID, it's been a little difficult for them. However, because of the wonderful work of Father Bill's Place in Mainspring, I know I always have to remember to say that because in my world, it was just Father Bill's, but then Mainspring came into it. So because of them and because of Envision's Bank's generosity, we have a 10-unit apartment building for homeless veterans in the area, and it just warms my heart to hear that coming from a Marine family. So it's my pleasure to tell you that the businesses in Randolph have really stepped up. And when we found out that there'd be 10 units, we went to work and asked our businesses if they would contribute welcome home baskets. And what are those? Those are baskets filled with linens and dish towels and cleaning products and things that these veterans will need when they move in. So we were able to donate 16 baskets. So I'm so grateful to the community for that. And also, coming up is the holidays, so hopefully we'll be able to do something there as well. So just a little bit about my family. I have 3 Marine brothers and 2 Marine nephews and a dad who's in heaven who was in the Coast Guard. And I was lucky enough to have the opportunity to donate some money to name a room after, in honor of them. So that's what I have done. And I reach out to you and say, if there's any way you can help out, I'm sure that Father Bill's would really appreciate it. And I know the veterans will. Don't forget, these men and women who go into the military for us, they're the ones that we can thank for the freedom that we have. And so it warms my heart to be able to say, thank you so much for coming into our community, and keep up the good work.
Thank you, Jeanette. Your donations have really helped our tenants feel right at home on the first day they move in. We really appreciate it. Now, last but certainly not least, we want you to see what this work is really about. I've been with this mission over 12 years, and by far the most impactful, inspiring, and motivating part of our jobs is when you hand someone the keys and you see the look on their face when they're walking into their new home. So enjoy.
So the reason why we're here today is because we want to welcome somebody to our neighborhood and to their new home. And we're very excited to be here to be able to do that.
We're here to help. Yeah, well, also he's got a lot of stuff. Well, so that's okay. We got a lot of hands.
And all the rooms have all the same stuff. So you have a full apartment. Yeah, absolutely. We got some great work. Not only do you have your apartment, so it's a studio apartment that overlooks, comes with all the furniture, central air, central heating. We also got some amazing donations from the Elks, which is right across the street. So they hooked you up with everything you could possibly need from
Got it.
You put us back on.
Got it. Woo! Which way? Oh, straight ahead.
I think the apartment is awesome, and I think that, you know, this is probably a place just for me, just being one person. I think it's nice. And I'm walking distance to my job, which.
Yeah, you
It's
do it.
all you. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't like it till you did I.
Wow, I even brought toilet paper. Look, you got everything, dude.
Good presentation.
Oh, man.
Dude, this is unbelievable. This is all his?
Yeah, this is all him.
Oh my god. Oh, wow.
So we have, when I say that the
You're blessed, Chris. You truly are blessed. With this.
when I
Sheets and pillows and everything.
This is what it's about.
It sure is. And you know what's weird is I said, well, we're gonna get you in there.
and when we said that the neighbors got involved, these are all donations from our neighbors.
Wow.
This is a group here, and oh, can I tell you this? This is so cool. These are quilters in the area who handmade these quilts.
Oh, man.
That's beautiful.
Handmade quilt in the
Oh, look at that.
How you doing?
All right, how are you?
Good.
You know, but normally I am so colorful and my sneakers always match my top. Oh, I love this.
Man.
Yeah, you
You guys
guys
see
see
the
this?
This is about you too.
Oh, man.
Wow. You can get in there now.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can bleep that one out.
Look at that.
Did you see just how incredibly transformative Krista's experience is? If you didn't, go back and watch the video again. Because even though I've done this a few times, that expression, that experience, seeing that gratitude and that appreciation and that just relief, that's what this mission is about. And that's what keeps us coming to work every day. Well, that concludes our virtual event and celebrating the Envision Bank Home for Veterans. Again, we would have loved to have welcomed you all to our site, provided tours, and been able for you to see firsthand the mission at work. But in Father Bill's fashion, we found a way to make it work. And I hope that this was as impactful for you as it was for me. If you would like to learn more about our mission, please visit us at helpfbms.org. We're also active on social media, and you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We'll be sharing some of these individual videos on these pages in the coming days. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting our mission. Take care.